Hello, Aquarius. How are you? I'm Sheba, and this is Sheba's Essentials, and I'm here to give you all a spiritual message reading for the month of May for 2021. I want to start you all's reading out with these oracle cards from Doreen Virtue. They're magical fairy cards. Let's see what message you all get from these. Spirit, please give me a message for Aquarius for 2021. Spirit, please give me for Aquarius for May of 2021. Let's see what we get. Marriage. Okay. The fairies join you in celebrating wedded bliss. Alrighty. Let me look in the book to see more of what they say about this card. You drew this card because your question involves marriage. This particular card holds variable meanings, so pay attention to your body's reaction as you read the possible interpretations. One interpretation is, congratulations, you're getting married soon. Your marriage needs some healing and attention. Well, this is another one. Your marriage needs some healing and attention, which the fairies can help you with if you'll ask. Another one is, you'll soon meet someone significant at a wedding. Another one could be, a relationship or commitment is pending. Another one could be, admit your true feelings to yourself regarding marriage. And another one, someone close to you is getting married soon. And the last one is, your life purpose involves helping people with romance, matchmaking, relationships, or weddings. All right. So if one of those scenarios resonated with you, there you have it. Either, like I said, you could be getting married soon, or you may be married and you feel like the relationship needs some work, or it could be tweaked somehow. I don't know. You could be attending a wedding, someone you know may be getting married. What it just said, okay? So let's get into your reading to see if this coincides with that, or maybe something different, okay? Spirit, please give me a message for Aquarius for May of 2021. Spirit, please give me a message for Aquarius, May 2021. Spirit, please give me a message for Aquarius for May. Okay, so you all have the Seven of Wands in reverse, okay? So with that coming out first, there may be something going on to where you are not standing up for yourself, maybe, because the Seven of Wands, he's on guard. Or you may be in a situation to where you feel like you no longer need to be on guard. You let your guard down. Let's see what else you get. Spirit, please give me a message for Aquarius for May of 2021. The Ace of Wands. So there may be a new beginning in your life that it may come from letting your guard down, okay? You may have been in a situation to where you have always been on guard because of your past experiences, but you may be at a space to where you can finally, that wall is being knocked down, maybe by someone, or maybe because of some work that you've done on yourself. Okay, you may be talking to a therapist, or anything that has helped you let your guards down. And it may not taking all these cards, but it may lead to a new you, a new situation. You have the Four of Cups, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're at a point in your life now where you feel like you can just relax. See how he is just chilling, okay? Sometimes that means boredom, the Four of Cups does, but I feel like you may be at a point where you need some boredom. That's what I'm getting. And you're no longer, you no longer feel captive because it's in reverse, okay? It's like for a while you felt maybe tied to something, or you felt like you've had to present yourself in a certain type of way, but you're no longer feeling that way anymore, and it's showing everybody a new you. That's what I just heard. The High Priestess in reverse. The Queen of Swords, which represents you all. The Queen of Swords represents air signs, okay? So you just maybe at this point feeling like you can be yourself, okay? That High Priestess represents like intuition, using your intuition. With it being in reverse, I'm getting that I just heard sometimes you may mistake your intuition for like, I don't want to say paranoia, because this it's not fully being paranoid, but just things that you think is your intuition, but it's really not. Okay, it's like things you just maybe like, maybe anxiety. Okay, and you may be thinking, well, this is going to happen. You know, you just may be scared to present yourself a certain way because you're scared of what will happen. But yeah, I just get the feeling that maybe you haven't been listening to your intuition, okay? But with that Queen of Swords popping out, it's like you're becoming who you've always, I feel like you're showing the world who you've always been in private, maybe. Like you may have been, like I said, you've always been on guard. So, with you letting that wall down and just showing who you really are, it's a new you, okay? You don't feel trapped in being who you are, who you always felt like you were supposed to be. You know what I mean? Let's see, what else should I get? Spirit, please give me the world. Things are turning around for you. I always get that as like, as the world turns. Yeah, things are turning around. Eight of Pentacles. That is card of hard work. Okay? And you may have been doing some hard work on yourself, which is what has brought you to this situation. I've never noticed the spider web on this card. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a spider web in the back. And I just got that saying, what a web we weave when we try to deceive, or something like that, however it goes. I just heard that. So I don't know if you've, tried to deceive. Like you may have been trying to present yourself as something that you just felt like you were supposed to be. Okay? And it's not really deceiving. I mean, it is deceiving others, but it's kind of deceiving yourself too, because you're not really getting to be who you really are. Let's see what else you all get. Spirit, please give me a message for Aquarius for 2021. Temperance. So, Upright, the Temperance is a card of patience. And in the reverse, I just see that is you either not having a lot of patience, you're losing patience with a certain situation. The King of Cups. I feel like you may be, now you may be working from a place of love that you did not come from in the past. The Six of Wands, Triumph. So yeah, with you, maybe like I said, doing some work on yourself, doing some self-evaluation. It's turned you into a different person. Something has happened to where you feel like you can let your guards down now. You don't need to be that person that you used to be. Like you may have always felt like, I need to be like this because people are going to come for me if I'm soft. Like people will take advantage of me if I'm soft, okay? So you may have felt like that in the past, and I'm just getting that something went down to where you no longer need to feel that way, okay? Now you can relax. You don't have to be on guard all the time, okay? You can let your guards down. You're not in this situation to where you're in bondage. You get it in the reverse. Let's see what else you all get. Spirit, please give me a message for Aquarius for May 2021. The Knight of Earth. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. And it also says there could be a card of, to represent a guardian angel. So someone may have came in to help you realize that you need to make a change. And you may have seen this person as a guardian angel. You may have gotten a dream. Something happened to just kind of help you to realize, take a look at yourself. Something happened to make you just take a look at yourself. And we all need that sometimes. Sometimes people see things in us that we don't see. The Knight of Water. You're getting a lot of knights. Falling in love or wedding proposals. You got that wedding cord. Falling in love or wedding proposals. The need to balance emotions. An invitation to a social event. So some of you could be falling in love and getting married, okay? And it could be because you let your guard down, okay? You feel like you can trust more. You feel like you can move from your heart and your emotions because you're an Aquarius. So Aquarius, you all move more from like your thoughts. From, you're more in your head. You all don't normally move from emotions. It's more thought for you all. So you may be becoming a more emotional person, and that may draw more love to you, okay? So falling in love, wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions. You could be married, like it said, and feel like you need to, there's something that needs to be more balanced in your marriage, okay? You could be married and it could have just been, I'm not saying that you don't love your spouse, but you may just be coming to an energy to where maybe you're realizing how much you love your spouse, if that makes sense. Six of Water. Memories from your history or childhood. Issues regarding children. Romanticizing the past. Okay. So, I don't know. If you are married, you may be just thinking about what made you fall in love with your spouse initially. Okay. Or like I just heard you could be, that may have been what made you let your guard down. You could be thinking of like what happened to you in your past or in your childhood that made you put up your guards in the first place. Okay, so that's another thing that may have prompted you to work on yourself, or you may have been thinking about that while you were working on yourself. Like, okay, this happened in my past or when I was a child, so that's why I don't trust people, or that's why I don't let people in, because of this. Okay, you may have been like you may not even realize you did it, but like it could have been like, I don't want to feel the hurt that I felt when this happened, so I'm no longer going to love anybody like I did that person, or something like that, or I'm not gonna let anybody in to hurt me anymore like this person hurt me. You know what I mean? But I feel like with you working on yourself, you're letting yourself know that it's okay to love and it's okay to be loved. Okay? Spirit, please. Well, alrighty. Let's see. That's a lot of questions I'm taking in. Okay, let's see what Spirit has for you for May 2021 for Aquarius. I will take that. The High Priestess, which you got in reverse at first. Listen to your intuition. Have patience. You had this Temperance card where you don't have a lot of patience. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. Okay? So it may have been a situation that you were wanting to leave, or you were thinking about leaving a situation, and maybe you just need to have more patience for this situation. You may have need to like sit down, or you may need to sit down and just think about, before I leave this situation, what is it that I really want? Okay. Yeah, have patience. Spirit, please give me a message for Aquarius for May of 2021. Renewal. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. So yeah, review and evaluate. Like I just said, like think about what you want in a situation before you decide to leave, or before you decide to jump in a situation. Think about what you want. Okay? Just take some time, just look at the facts, like weigh the pros and cons, and time to move in a new direction. So that new direction may be a new person. That new direction may be just a new direction with the same person. It may not even be a person. Just whatever this may be, just weigh the pros and the cons. Okay? You may even need to make a list of the pros and the cons of the situation, and see if the pros outweigh the cons, or if the good outweighs the bad, if the bad outweighs the good. Okay? So just take some time, whatever it is that you've been thinking about, take some time to just sit in it and just evaluate what you really want. Okay? What you really want in this situation, or what you want from something else. Like if you were thinking about maybe leaving someone and going to someone else, or leaving a job and going to another job, just think about so if you were to leave someone, and go to someone else, or just leave someone, period. Think about how that would make you feel, because I feel like you're in a more heartfelt space now. Think about how that would make you feel. Think about, is the reasons that you want to leave, is that good enough reason to leave, or can you work it out? If you stay, which, I mean, every scenario is different. If that resonates with you, everyone may not be going through that. Spirit, please give me a message for Aquarius for May 2021. 5 of Water. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped. Not seeing the positive in the situation. And you're crying over spilled milk. Okay? So, yeah. That may be, if you are thinking about leaving the situation, that may be why. You may have thought something was going to be all roses and butterflies and, all sweetness. But then with good comes bad, okay? You have to take the good with the bad. Take the bad with the good. All right? So if things aren't turning out the way that you'd hoped, that's an even more reason to review and evaluate the situation. Okay? King of Earth. That's the King of Pentacles. I see that as the husband card all the time. It says a successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. The Midas touch. Let me get one more card out of this deck. 3 of Air. Great sadness. Take time to heal. And the need to forgive yourself or others. Okay? So it could be a situation where someone may be feeling hurt for something that you did. Someone may be feeling hurt because they didn't feel like you were giving them enough emotional support, because in the past you were not coming from your emotions, okay? So that could have been the person that came to you and told you, look, I need more emotional support from you. Okay? And that may be what prompted you to take a look at yourself and let your guard down so that you can be this emotional rock for this person. Yeah, it may have made someone sad that, I'm not going to say they couldn't come to you. Well, yeah, they couldn't come to you with emotional things. For the 9 of Swords, that is a card of feeling just stressed about a situation. And you have the Justice card. So I feel like in the end, everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to. Okay? Everything is going to balance out. You see these scales on here? I don't know if y'all can see these cards, but these scales on here tell me that once you let your guard down and just look at yourself from someone else's point of view, everything's going to work out. Okay? You may have been stressed out because of this. Like, it may have had you up at night just thinking like, well, I can't believe that this is the person that I've been all these years to this person, or, in this situation. So it may have had you up all night just thinking about who you've been. But I feel like it's going to turn out okay with this Justice card. The King of Swords, which is still King of Swords, is an air card. So I still feel like you're becoming the person that you have always wanted to be, but you just couldn't show that because you didn't want to get hurt. Okay? It's not like you didn't want to be this loving individual. It's just you feel like you couldn't be that loving individual because you did not want to get hurt. Okay? The Magician. Okay, so the Magician tells us that we have the power to change any situation. Okay, it's all in your hands. That's why I feel like this is gonna turn out good, because it's you working on you. The only person that can help you evolve or change or become who you really want to be is you. Okay, because only you know who you really are inside. People around you know what you present to them. Okay, but you know who you are, and only you. We're the only ones that know what the thoughts that go through our head. We're the only ones that know how we really feel about something. Like, you could tell somebody, "Oh yeah, I feel this way," but you really feel another kind of way. You know, but no one will know that if you don't tell them. Okay, but yeah, you have the tools that you need to succeed. The Knight of Pentacles. So I feel that when you got the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Earth, it's the same thing. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. I feel like there will be movement in this situation in a good direction, but it may be slow moving because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. But there is going to be action, okay? So it may take you some time to get to where you want to be with someone or something. It's going to take some time, because it always takes time. Like, once you become a certain age, you become set in your ways, okay? So it's going to take time to break that down, okay? You need to break yourself down from what you've been presenting to everyone. And you need to just break down the person break down the person that you've been presenting yourself to everyone, and just slowly starting to become the person that everyone needs you to be, is what I just heard. Okay, so there may have been people in your life that needed you to be loving. They needed your love and your emotional support, like I said at first, and you just couldn't give it to them. You may have not known how to, okay? You may have not received that love coming up. You got that Six of Water, that, memories from your history, your childhood. You may have not received that coming up. So if you don't receive love, you don't know how to love. I heard once before, we only love from the love that we have gotten, okay? So, yeah, if you haven't received, if like when you were younger, you didn't get hugged a lot, and you wasn't told "I love you" a lot, you're not. I'm not gonna say you're not, because some people do, but like, it's a big possibility that when you have kids, you're not gonna like love on them like that, because you didn't have that coming up. Okay, so a lot of times we show others love the way that we have been loved, if that makes sense. Yeah, and then you may be just thinking about that, like, wow, so, like, one of your kids could have told you, like, you never hugged us, or you never told us, just different emotional things that they needed from you. And they may have, this may be the first time they've told you this, or it may not be the first time they've told you this. It just may be the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, it may be like this time when they told you, they may have been coming from a different place. Okay. You may have just looked at it as like nagging or something like that, but they may have came to you and been like, I never felt love from you, and just something about it just may have clicked, and you probably just was like, oh dang, like, wow, this is who I've been. And you may have seen, like, okay, I am, how you sometimes people think like, I'm not gonna be my mother or something like that, or I'm not gonna be my father. You may look at it like, I'm becoming the person that I didn't want to be. Only because it's all you knew, and that's really not your fault. It's just, I don't know, it's just what you knew, and it may have just made you the person that you are. The Five of Swords. So, like, you may have felt like you were being attacked when someone came to you and said, I need this from you, okay? That may have made you shut down and start evaluating yourself, okay? You may have, it may have came from more than one direction, okay? It may have came from more than one person. And it may have just made you shut down and look at yourself and be like, wow, I really am this person that they're saying I am. Which you know, like you know that you're not, okay? Like I said, only you know who you really are. You know that you're not like a horrible person. But them telling you these things is making you think like, wow, now I see where they're coming from. Okay? And it may even make you think like, I felt like that when I was younger. I can't believe that I'm my parent, or I can't believe that I'm treating this person the way that I was treated. I didn't like it, so I can't believe that I actually am coming off to this individual the way that somebody came to me, if that makes sense. Okay, let's get one more card for you all. Spirit, please give me a card for Aquarius May 2021. You have that One of Wands again, which is the Ace of Wands. That was your second card that came out. So I really feel like, yeah, you're going to have a new start, okay? I don't know if it is like with that marriage card coming out, I don't know if it is with your spouse, okay? You may have not seen love, like your parents may have not presented to you a loving relationship, okay? So you may be acting out what you saw coming up, okay? So it could be with your spouse, and they may have told you this, and you start thinking about what you saw coming up, or it could be with your kids. They may have told you, you're a great mom, but you're just not very emotional, okay? And Aquarius aren't emotional. Y'all are not emotional people. But yeah, with them, like your kids may have told you something like that, and it could have made you think, okay, well, that's how I felt coming up. That's how my parent, that's how they parented me. So that's all I know. But whatever it is, whatever the situation is, it's prompted you to look at yourself the way others look at you, okay? It's prompted you to just see yourself in everybody else's eyes. And it's making you make a change, okay? Which is always good. You're never too old to change for the better, okay? You're never too old to work on yourself. All right, especially if it helps you in your relationships. All right. So I'm gonna end this right here, and I'm happy for you all that you are taking this step to improve yourself. Okay. So thank you all for listening. If you need a more personal reading, you could either comment below, or you could hit me up at shebasessentials@gmail.com. Donations are always appreciated and greatly accepted. You can send them to my Cash App at Sheba's Essentials on Cash App as well. If you do not feel the need to donate, you can donate to me by liking, subscribing. That's always a good donation to me for my page, okay? So I hope you all have a great day, and thank you. See you later.